Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to take a quick look here at AVAX, see what's going on, just double check a couple of key factors. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site. Link down below. We got a lot of new traders coming over, so it's really exciting times right now. But more importantly, really interesting times right now too, because when you look at the current price action, Bitcoin is all sorts of nonsense right now. So what we want to do is kind of see how that affects Avalanche. Let me just give you a quick representation of that because we talked about this in our group here. So if we take a look, we can see that right now Bitcoin dominance is up, Bitcoin price is down, and we're seeing a dump from altcoins. Okay, so AVAX is one of those. I'm super glad that we actually came close to our stop loss yesterday. I closed out the trade a little early, and we let some of our older shorts come into play. Here we got some nice profits from XRP, ICP, Filecoin, and then of course, what was it? Rune and AVAX too. So we had an old AVAX short that offset our long. All well and good there, folks, but again, not a particularly good market to take longs in right now, especially with leverage. If you're trying to add your spot back, it's a different story. Feel free to do so. I'm adding to my spot position on Bitcoin as the price comes down. That's me personally though. So, do what you want there in that sense, but just some friendly advice. Be very careful with long positions right now. So taking a quick look here at liquidation. This is a very messy chart, but we can see all longs got destroyed on the way down. We can see here $48.25 as that highest point of liquidation that could still be swept later. For right now, we kind of want to forget about that though, because I don't think it's likely to see the $48 range in the immediate future. Take a look here. We can also see some late longs getting destroyed as well as the price pulls back again. So really not a good long market. Anybody taking shorts right now is absolutely in profit. So again, don't get too greedy, but just move your stop loss down as the price continues lower. There's a good chance that you're still going to consider taking a lot more profit moving forward. And what we want to look at here today, of course, the important things when the prices are doing what they're doing right now is to look at larger key Fibonacci retracement levels, which we're basically getting closer to that lower support based on previous fibs here. And then, of course, if we take a look at some support levels based on volume, we're testing that lowest range of $36 as a potential support before the bottom drops out. So I'm not saying the price is just going to free fall down to the $21 range for AVAX. That's definitely a possibility. Okay, we cannot rule that out. We do have one last line of defense here at about $31 or $32, right there with the 200-day SMA, but really not much of a consolation. This coin has done a free fall. So again, I'm perfectly fine with our stop. I think we stopped at, it was like minus 35% roughly for our stop. Because again, most of my stop losses are about 40% down. So we were able to close that okay and early. While it's not great and it can be frustrating to have to close the trade early, I'm super glad that we did because it's continuing to run. So do not take a bunch of cross margin trades and just keep adding to your margin. If you're doing that right now and you're doing that little scramble, you're probably better off cutting your losses because Bitcoin dominance is it's a thing right now. It's absolutely pushing the price down, or it's a result of the price, the way that things are working. But anyways, it's not clean at all. There's no other way around it. So take a look here at RSI. We are getting close to 30. We haven't been down this low since January 22nd. And if we look at January 22nd, the price action came all the way down here as low as about $26. Okay, so that's roughly when we had our lowest point. Now this could be our lowest new point, but we don't know yet. Okay, so it's best to presume the price will continue to run until it doesn't. Everything is looking fully bearish, but generally speaking, when you see RSI at 70, it can work as a support level. So we may see a relief rally here soon, but I think it's very unlikely. 4-hour time frames also exuding similar behavior. If you are below 30 on the RSI, you do not take a long position. What you do is you keep your short position open until it crosses back over 30, and at that point you consider taking profit because the price is more likely to run to the downside than the upside at this point. So you are better off leaving your short position open. Okay, it's generally what the market's telling us right now. Do not take any longs and consider a short and/or keep your short position open. But again, shorting the bottom here feels kind of weird, right? So it's probably best not to do it if it feels weird. So that's just kind of where I'm at here. I'm going to wait for the price to recover if it does to consider a short position, but that's just me personally. I don't like to catch a falling knife, and I don't think you should either. It's not very safe. It's not the safe thing to do. All moving averages above the price action, there is zero reason to take a long position. And if we take a look at the hourly, we can confirm the exact same thing here. It's basically letting us know we have a new window of opportunity to consider a new short. Okay? So you're going to be much better off considering shorts than longs right now. But again, be very careful with how you do it. High leverage is not the way to go. I know you see other people online showing how amazing they are at this, and I can tell you they got lucky a lot of times to get a 100x leverage trade in correctly. Right now, it actually doesn't take a lot of skill to short the market. So you can probably short anything right now and have some success. But again, probably best to wait for the price to stabilize a little bit, which is ultimately the goal for anything like this. The best way to understand it, and I used to give this analogy, I'll give it again. I used to use the analogy of like falling down a flight of stairs. Bitcoin literally fell from like the top floor to the bottom floor, right? So a full flight of stairs, like 15, 20 steps or something. Think about if you were to do that yourself. Would you get right back up and walk it off? I mean, maybe if you're in your teens, but if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you're gonna be limping away. You might be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Who knows? But it's gonna take a long time to recover. Okay, that's what happened with Bitcoin. So to presume altcoins are just gonna instantly recover because Bitcoin fell down a flight of stairs is very, I wouldn't say ignorant, but it's just not smart. Okay, so please, please, please take it from me. I've been in the industry for over 20 years, crypto and traditional markets as well. And when you see these things happen, you avoid it with a 10-foot pole. So just a friendly advice, be very careful taking longs right now. Okay, I hope that made sense and I described that correctly. Thank you so much for watching and hopefully learning something here today. If you did, comment below, like, subscribe, follow. Deeply appreciate it. And if you're going to become a community member, cryptocash.tech is a site link down below. We have a few slots available there, and I hope that I get to work with you soon. I appreciate your time, though. See you in the next video. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.